Hey, absolutely beautiful day today, stunning day. I think summer's only just kicked in, 4th of September. Yeah, 4th of September, summer's only just kicked in. But anyway, so we're off to the boat show today, not the boat show, not the Southampton boat show. We're off to the start village for the Ocean Globe race. If you remember, MDL Marinas have kindly given me a access pass for the Ocean Village, so I'm going to meet up with Skeleton Crew again. I'm going to see if I can have a chat with Maiden as well, and also the South African team. So see if I can meet up with them, and obviously just generally to chat with some of the other teams and find out a little bit more about what they're about. So we're only down there today. We might go down again on Thursday, but certainly be down again for the weekend. So the weekend's going to be pretty busy. But yeah, so today's going to be fun. Let's head on in. Loads of cool boats in the Ocean Globe race here. We got loads. Neptune. I'll go around and have a look at them all in a bit. But yeah, all good. So loads of the teams are down here getting their stuff ready. They've got safety briefings, medical briefings, training, all sorts of stuff going on here. Let's see if we can spot some of the fast and the famous. There's Godspeed just here. Dane and them already on board. Sarah's ducking out of the way. She doesn't want to be involved in this. This is insane. So hopefully it's not too windy. Sarah and I are on board Godspeed with Skeleton Crew. Just had a catch up with Taylor and Mark, and we're going to quickly make up some Dyneema drops. So this solar arch is a bit precarious. You can see it's all square tubing and it's not braced very well laterally. So we're going to make up some Dyneema strops, 2 permanent and then 1 running, so that in the event of a knockdown in the Southern Ocean, that the solar arch doesn't get squashed and ripped to pieces. Because as it stands at the moment, I can see this, on the event of a knockdown, just getting completely squashed and ripped off, and the solar panels getting lost. So we're going to sort that out and see if we can brace it a little bit stronger. Hopefully it'll survive sort of a minor knockdown. Not that there's knockdowns, they're ever minor, but we'll hopefully survive something not too severe with a little bit of extra bracing on the solar arch. So it doubles as a bimini. So when they're coming back up the Atlantic after rounding Cape Horn, then that sunshade will be important. Just been catching up with the guys from Skeleton Crew. We got Dane over there, and TJ over here, younger TJ, and Mark. We know Mark, and so Sarah's with us as well. But they were just telling me about Pendrick 6 here, and the owner Marie is applying to have Pendrick 6 registered as a national monument, national treasure, I think it was called. But they seem to have permission from race organizers not to do any livery on the boat for that reason. So are they even going to get a race number?
Well, we don't know yet. They're applying for it. So,
okay. But
I hope they get it.
Yeah. I mean, I also noticed no.
Yeah, they have their numbers and everything else on their sail and everything else.
I also noticed no day glow, no high vis orange.
I believe that's all on their sail and their covers and stuff.
Wow, it's such a beauty, isn't it?
Yeah, shark's eye is pretty cool, the white.
That one there. Oh yeah. Look at that. It's like a shark's eye. That's actually pretty cool. The way the water's glinting off the bottom paint. It's very menacing. I was impressed by the size of these spars. So this is obviously a keel step mast. Look at the size of this. The size of this. It's an absolutely huge mast, but nothing compared to that on Pendrick 6. But it's always cool to walk around the boat and see all the different things. The mast bend and how that works, and these as well. These as well, these are the sail cars, so wheeled sliders. Absolutely cool. So I've got outer wheeled sliders on 11 point, but yeah, these things are very cool. The size of those winches, those things are pretty big, but again, yeah, size of the winches and the grinders, etc. on these boats. Very nice to hang around here. So maybe later on the end of the week I'll have a chance to interview some of these guys and speak to you a little bit more about the boats themselves. But yeah, so we got boats from all over the world. So this is Spirit of Helsinki, Outlaw from Adelaide, and then these guys here, Translated 9. They've been making obviously quite a lot of noise in the media about their involvement. That's a beauty. Be nice to know what boat that is. That's an absolutely gorgeous boat. And obviously Pendrick 6. Yeah, that's amazing. Size of that forward hatch. I imagine that's a sail locker, so they can douse the sails and actually drag them through that sail locker. But yeah, that's a large hatch. And l'Equipe. Find out a little bit more about these. I want to see if I can catch up with these guys. This is the South African team. Yeah, I'll say hello to them. So we've just come to this business here, Motor Parts Direct, in Southampton. Pick up some stuff for Mark. Don't tell you it's hot today, and you'd think that growing up in Africa, I'd be used to this, but I got to tell you, I've spent enough time in the African sun. I don't need to spend any more time in the sun. It's freaking hot. Absolutely beautiful day. Super, super, super blue skies. Hey, so I'm back home. You know what, the trouble when you're on your own and you're trying to sort of document the things that you're doing is that it's really difficult to actually be productive and be helpful and still be able to document what you're doing. Yesterday was so interesting. The highlight of the day was obviously helping Godspeed and the skeleton crew get the boat ready. You know, in my tiny little way, all I did was make up 2 or 3 Dyneema strops to help secure that solar arch, and then sort of generally just helping out with various things. But that was pretty much what I did. I had family down there, obviously Ruben, Sarah, I had my cousin Shane, and so yeah, it was. It's always difficult to film and be helpful, you know. And obviously, I'm sort of trying to promote my channel and then also trying to help them as well. So I don't want to make it, you know, it's just a tricky game to play. So yeah, so the other highlights of the day was catching up again with the guys from the Marina group themselves, MDL Marinas. You know, and I've always just been so impressed with them. So the guys from Ocean Village have been great. I use Port Hamble a lot. They're always pretty awesome. And the guys from Brixham and pretty much every other, you know, all of the MDL Marinas have been pretty good. So yeah, so that was good. And then I also managed to catch up very briefly with Don McIntyre. So that was pretty cool. So I've got some time with him on Thursday, hopefully. Amongst all the running around trying to get everything organised, we'll be able to get some time with him. And then also with Mark Sinclair, Captain Coconut. So yeah, he's funny. Mark is. He's a really good guy. So I'll hopefully grab him on Thursday morning as well. And then the South African crew from Sterner. So that was really nice to catch up with them. So yeah, so like with most people I spotted yesterday, going through sort of checklists, and everyone has got their snag list either printed off from Excel or written out, handwritten, working through the snag list. So the one for Godspeed, the only thing that I think is a little concerning still is the watertight bulkhead, but that's apparently being worked on tomorrow or Thursday, and that'll be ready. And then the guys from Sterner, from the South African team, So I caught up with Rufus and the crew yesterday, so that's going to be nice. So I got to catch up with them as well on Thursday morning. So yeah, so lots of people to catch up with on Thursday morning. So the interesting thing was that we're starting to look at the who's going to be on John Siegel on Sunday for the start. I'm delighted to say that the couple from Good Deed Sailing, so check them out. The Good Deed Sailing, so they're going to be joining us. And then also I've got a handful of people who've been fairly instrumental in the work that we've been doing, so I'm hoping that they're going to be able to join us. So I'll mention all these names in another video. But yeah, so I'll, as soon as I know exactly who's going to be on it, and then Sterno have asked me for Thursday and also for Saturday potentially, and also for Sunday to help with some of their press photography. So I'll be taking my Canon down and helping with that. And then also there's some friends and family of theirs that are hoping to be able to see the race from the water. So we'll see if we can get space for them. Logistically, it's just going to be a bit tricky because our destination on Sunday evening has to be Poole. But we're going to wait and see whether there's a way that we can actually get the friends and family from Sterno onto the boat and then onto John's, offload them maybe in Leamington or something like that, and then they'll just need to get a train round back to Southampton. It's not particularly far from Southampton Central train station to Ocean Village, so that might be doable. We just have to see whether we can make that work. But yeah, so all the planning now starts for Sunday to try and see what the timing and arrangements are for that. MDL have kindly agreed to allow us to pull in to Ocean Village for Saturday night to bring John Siegel in. They're going to put us on a very convenient berth as well because John Siegel doesn't have a bow thruster. So that's going to be pretty cool, and then we can pretty much leave early doors Sunday morning and get on the water ready for the teams to start assembling, ready for the start. They've pretty much read me the riot act just about yesterday and said, look, if you're not out by 8:30 in the morning, you're going to have to wait and leave after the race boats have left. Might not be a bad thing, but that's going to be sort of early afternoon. I'd like to pretty much already be on the water in a prime location, ready to see the start at 2:30 on Sunday. So yeah, so that wraps up for this week. If you are enjoying these videos, like, subscribe, share them with your friends. The start, incidentally, is going to be down near Hamble Point. That's going to be where the start is. Not entirely sure exactly where. I'll let you know on Thursday. But yeah, if you are inclined to and you're watching this, bring your boat out and get on the water and enjoy the festivities around the reincarnation of the Whitbread round the world yacht races. This is the 50th anniversary of the start of the first of the Whitbread round the world yacht races. It's also MDL Marina's 50th anniversary as well. So yeah, all good there. Anyway, speak to you soon. Bye.